Not only can we set a validation rule that makes sure that whatever they enter into a field is valid, but we can also apply an input mask property. An input mask ensures that they enter the right number of characters and the right type of characters. Let's take the example of home phone. I'm going to click on the home phone field, and here's the input mask property here. Now, phone numbers can be entered in such a variety of ways, and so an input mask is a pattern for data to follow when it's entered into this field. I'm going to insist that all phone numbers start with an STD, an area code. So I'm going to go open bracket, and I'm going to put 2 zeros. 2 zeros mean they must enter 2 numbers. The computer will then put a close bracket because it doesn't have a special meaning, and then I want them to enter 3 numbers. The computer will do a dash so it's consistently formatted, and then I want them to enter 4 numbers. A 0 means a number is required, and because there are in fact 9 zeros, 9 numbers are required, and not letters. So I'll just press enter so I know it's taken it. Let's just test the theory. If I go back to viewing the table in Datasheet view and save yes, and I go to enter a phone number for Joe, notice the phone number actually is already formatted. It didn't have those brackets before, and it didn't have that dash before, and now it does. If I change the phone number 07, notice how I've got an input mask pattern to follow. So it sort of implies to the user that this is the number of numbers I need. So I might go 543484 and try to stop there. If I stop there and press enter, it will scream at me because I have to enter 9 numbers and I've only entered 8. The value entered isn't appropriate for the input mask that I entered. So I go OK. And I add in a 6 digit. Well, a digit 6. If I try to put another digit, I can't. So basically what this input mask is doing is insisting that I enter 9 numbers, and it's formatting it for me, which is just brilliant. And so I press enter. If I had the case of a mobile phone, let's have a look at that. I'll go back to the design of the table. If I want to insert a field, I might click on email, and I might then just insert a row, and that's what this button does here up in the ribbon, insert rows. I might put cell phone or mobile, and I'll make it a text field, and I'll put an input mask. Now when it comes to a cell phone, I want to have a bracket. Now there's always 3 digits at this point in time, so it's 021, 027, 025, so 000, round bracket. Then I want to insist they enter 3 digits, 000, a dash, and another 3 digits, 000, but then there could be another digit, but not always. So I need to allow them to be able to enter an extra number, but they don't have to, and it has to be a number. So that would be a 9. A 9 means a number is acceptable, but it doesn't have to be entered. And so what I'm going to do now is press enter, and how many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to set the field size to 10. So let's test that. I'm going to view the table in Datasheet view, save yes, and let's go over to mobile. 027 285 2389, and there's my mobile number. I can't enter any more digits, but I could leave out a particular digit. So that's how you create input masks, and I'll just put the 9 back in. Alright, and then go back to the design view. So that's how the input mask property works. It ensures that they enter either numbers or letters, the right number of numbers, the right number of letters, and yeah. The next property I want to look at is the required property. Sometimes I want to make it that they must fill in certain fields, that they are required. By default, all fields have got a required property set to no. For example, their last name. I might click on last name. I want to ensure that they do enter a last name, or this record is no good to me. So all I do is change the required property from no to yes. And now it's required that they fill in that field. I might also insist that the hire date is required. So I'll change it from no to yes. So you simply go through saying which fields they must fill in. If they don't fill it in, they'll get an error message, something to the effect of higher date is required or higher date is null and it's not acceptable. And I'll save my table just by hitting the save button on the quick access toolbar. And yes, some of the rules have changed.